Hello, everybody. Say hello, Tyrone. Rawr. Yeah. So, if you were here the last couple weeks, you'll know that we're reviewing letters of the alphabet. So, this week Tyrone's got a very special letter to introduce to us all. Are you ready, Tyrone? Rawr. Okay. First, let's review the previous week's letters. Okay. Rawr. Ready? So, the first week was letter A. You guys remember the little poem we did? Ready? Big A, little a, what begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator, A. Good job, Tyrone. And then we had B, and the poem for that one was Big B, little B, what begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Yeah, very good, Tyrone. Alright, and then who remembers what was last week's? C. Very good, Tyrone. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Huh? Camel on a ceiling. C. Alright, and this week, it's a very special letter for Tyrone. Isn't that right, Tyrone? What's today's letter? D. That's right, Tyrone. It's the letter D. So Tyrone is a dinosaur. And what letter does dinosaur start with, Tyrone? D. Yeah. So let's do this week's little poem. All right, ready? It starts just like the previous ones. Big D, little d, what begins with D? All right, ready? So repeat it back with me. Big D, little d, what begins with D? Ready? Donuts and a duck dog. D. Yeah. So it's just a small one. Ready? Ready? One more time. Big D, little d, what begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. D. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can do it one more time. Ready? Big D, little d, what begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. D. That's awesome, and you all did such a good job remembering, and you all did a great job learning the new one. And Tyrone, you did a great job too. Very good. Alright, so, honor of it being Tyrone's favorite, we've got some special books for you guys today. But first, our first book is called Kid Sheriff and the Terrible Toads. So, this book, ready? So it's Kid Sheriff and the Terrible Toads by Bob Shea, and it's illustrated by Lane Smith. Alright. Drywater Gulch had a toad problem. Not the hop down your birches kind of toad, not the croaking all night kind of toad, the never say thank you outlaw kind of toad. Why, those toad brothers would steal your gold, kiss your cattle, and insult your chili, hootin', hollerin', and cussin' all the while. Mayor McMuffin was beside himself with his cumin-scented town was a goner. Then Hope rode into town, slowly on a tortoise. Give him a minute. Howdy, stranger. What brings you to our spicy town? Asked the mayor. I'm your new sheriff, said the boy. Can you handle a shooting iron? Nope. Ride a horse? Nope. Know any rope tricks? Nope. Stay up past 8? Nope. Well then, what makes you a sheriff? Asked the mayor. I know a lot about dinosaurs, said Ryan. Pleased to meet you, sheriff, said the mayor. Boom. The bank, said the mayor. The toads. A hole in this town means one thing. T-Rex, said the sheriff. You know, a T-Rex, that's a type of dinosaur, like Tyrone. Yeah. Or dynamite, said the mayor. T-Rex don't need no dynamite. Largest predator of the Cretaceous period, said the sheriff. Cretaceous period was a long time ago. Wow, you're good, said the mayor. Quick, the stagecoach has been robbed, said a lady. What do you reckon, Sheriff? T-Rex, asked the mayor. T-Rex, little baby arms ain't fit for the intricacies of knot tying, said Sheriff. Oh, so it was them toads, asked the mayor? Nope, velociraptors. It's another type of dinosaur. Whole mess of them. Confused your stagecoach with a lumbering protoceratops, I reckon. Honest mistake. Why, they never once did I suspect dinosaurs while the toads were robbing me. I feel mighty foolish, said Jimmy, the stagecoach driver. Why, I bet it were some of them crazy dinosaurs what jumped my claim and stole my gold, right, Sheriff? Said Gabby, the town prospector. Nope, said the sheriff. Probably toads. Don't be so quick to blame dinosaurs. That were wrong of me, said Gabby. I'm a powerfully sorry. Not as sorry as y'all gonna be. It were the toads, itching for some hootin', hollerin', and cattle kissin'. No time for your foolishness, dinosaurs. Just rob the bank, said the sheriff. We got a cattle kissin' triceratops and a knot tying stagecoach velociraptor. What? That ain't right. We done robbed those, said the big mean toad. And it weren't no trying lollipops kissing them cattle neither. Why, I smooched them big beefy lips my own self, said the weird toad. We've been shoplifting from the mercantile all afternoon. Mercantile is a fancy word for an old store. And who's been insulting all the chili? Jerkosaurus Rex? No, said the big ugly toad, who was also very funny. Stegosaurus, said the sheriff. Herbivore. Only eats plants. Whip a batch of vegetarian chili, and he'll take a mighty shine to it. That's enough, said the big mean toad. We're all done them crimes. Ain't fair giving that credit to no dinosaurs after the hard work we put in. Darn tootin', said the big weird toad. Cattle kissing is downright disgusting. I want what's coming to me. Well, I reckon I could arrest you for being such a plumb nuisance, but I need this jail for the real criminals. Dinosaurs are mighty big, said the sheriff. Real criminals? We'll show you, said the big ugly toad. Out of my way. Dinosaurs my foot, said the big weird toad. The toads fought their way through the door of the jail, slamming it shut behind them. You can blow them dinosaurs on your nose, Sheriff. This here's jail full of real bona fide criminals. The sheriff locked the jail good and tight. Hooray! The people cheered. Dang it, said the toads. Sheriff Ryan saddled up his torches. Are you sure you can't stay? The town could use a good paleontologist, said the mayor. Paleontologist is a really cool word. It means a scientist who studies dinosaurs. Sorry, Mayor, said the Sheriff Ryan. I'm a lawman. And over the next 3 days, he rode off into the sunset. Wasn't that fun? That was a very great story, and it was about our favorite kinds of things. Dinosaurs! Yeah. And don't you guys like... Yeah, and isn't it fun? That's a great kind of story where I love how we can, if you ever come across a word that you don't know, you can always ask your parents and ask them what that word means. There were some words in there too that I had a problem that I didn't know, so I had to go ask them what they meant. So if you don't know something, you can always ask them. Ask an adult, and they'll be able to help you look it up and find out what it is. For the last part of my literacy activity, we were gonna go over a few more books about different words that start with D. A couple ones about dinosaurs, a couple ones about ducks, one about dogs, and we would have gone over that, and we would have asked kids more or if they can identify words that start with D. Maybe do something like raise their hand every time they hear the letter D. For our literacy extension activity, So one of the things that Idaho one of the things that Idaho has talked about, or for their literacy guidelines, is linking knowledge between the word, the letter, and the sound to the actual symbol. So one of the things that I want for our literacy activity is that we could have molding clay available, or kind of like a two-part series, like one half for the smaller kids and one half for the larger kids. The town that I live in, the story times here, they kind of get a little more crowded in the winter. We have kids that range from small kids to larger kids, or kids that are just going into preschool, and some kids that even go to kindergarten. Our local kindergartens are broken up into 2 half days, so there's a morning class and an evening and an afternoon class. So I know that there are kids that that can still make it for story time even though they're in kindergarten, and then they still make it to their afternoon class. One of which is my son. And it's been fun to see like him and his classmates go. So one half of the class, I'll have one half the classroom or class, one half of the community room set up so that they'll be molding clay. And the activity there is to take the clay and to roll it into snakes, and then to help the kids form the letter D, so that way that they can start forming it on their own. Parents will be able to help them and to be able to see how the letter shapes, how to make the shape on their own. And then after they've done that, then they're encouraged to form other shapes or other things that start with D, and like see if they can form their own dinosaurs or ducks or something else. And that one's really fun, because even if it doesn't look like a duck to an adult, as long as the kid can say it's a duck, they'll be happy and they're great. The other activity, and so that one's for more smaller kids. The other one is for more older kids, like just early pre-K and even up to kindergarten. And for that one, we can have tables set up that'll have little pie tins filled about halfway up with something like with rice. And then kids can take their finger and then outline or draw the letter D on their own in there, and then in order to make the D. And then they can also draw other things in there. It's a really terrible dog that I'm trying to doodle on the screen, but they can make other things that start with the letter D. And this is a great one because it does a couple of things. It lets kids do the same thing as the molding clay, but it also works on their literacy skills, or their writing skills a little bit, and it helps them to be able to make the tracing thing versus just kind of forming this, rolling a snake and forming into a D. And so that'll help them also in other things. The other thing that I really like about this is that parents can actually see that it doesn't take too much to do some of these activities at home. Something like molding clay can be changed with or swapped over for something like Play-Doh or some other kind of thing, and then they can do it on their own, and that's a great thing. And same with a pie tin and rice. I mean, you can do this. Doesn't take much to that. You can do the whole project for under like $2. And so something I really like about that is that it allows parents to see, to be able to get an idea of what else they can do. And the reason why I went with the letters this time, or letters, is it lets parents be able to go like, oh, I can do this with one letter, then I can do this with all the rest of the letters. And that was my story time. I hope you all enjoyed.